Welcome to Derek Andre TV. I'm Derek Andre, and today's topic is working hard versus working smart. Let's totally discuss it. This is Totally Disgusted with your host, Derek Andre. All right. What's going on, guys? Versus working smart. I got to put my graphic up here. Sorry for that. I usually do that early on, and I forgot. So I got to put it up there now. Working hard versus working smart. Which is the answer? Which is better for you, me, and every other human being on the planet? Is working hard or working smart? Is that the answer? Which one is it? Let's talk about it. All right, so getting this graphic together here. Got to do a couple things. Slide this there, put that there, drop this here, slide that over there. All right, I think I got it together and transition. So, working hard versus working smart. Which one is the answer? What you think? Which one do you think is the best for people like you and me? I'm going to be honest with you. The older I get, the more I understand the concept of working smarter, not harder. Yeah, we've been fed a line of bull, man. Whoever said that working hard work is the key to success. Hard work builds character. You know what hard work does? Hard work breaks your back. Hard work gives you high blood pressure. Hard work give you bad feet. Hard work get your fingers cut off in machinery. Hard work might get you electrocuted. Man, hard work, I'm sorry, is not the key to success. Working not, let me just say that one more again. Working hard is not the key to success. And I'm talking about physical labor. When I'm talking about working hard, I'm talking about physical labor. Look at the dude on the graphic. He holding his back. He tired. The dude to the opposite of him, he's sitting there on his laptop, sipping his coffee. He still got his pajamas on because he's working smart. See, the people who said working hard was the key to success, man, they ain't never had to work hard like that. They ain't never had to do no real physical labor. Don't get me wrong. Jobs and careers and professions that don't require a lot of physical labor can very well be challenging, and depending on it, can be stressful. Depending on the field you're in, depending on what you're doing, it can be stressful. But ain't nothing like back-breaking labor. Nothing, man. Listen, this topic came about because I've been doing a lot of self-evaluation over the years, man, trying to, figure out which turn I should have made and how I could have done things differently so that at the stage in my life, I wouldn't be working as hard as I'm working. All right. So that's kind of why the dude that is with the Amazon hat on, that's that's technically that's me. All right. He resembles me. He's who I am. All right. Working hard, man. It destroys you, man. Yeah, maybe while you're young, you can get out there, man. You can beat your body up and you can do all of these things, man. And you could run from sun up to sunset, man. You could climb ladders. You could carry boxes. You could jump up and down ladders and run up and down stairs. You could do all of that, man. But it still destroys your body. Working smart is the way to go. Working smart is the way to go. And let me give you some examples of things that make life easier, and the people that came up with them made them very wealthy. The dishwasher. See, lazy people are the mother and fathers of invention. The dishwasher. Man, people got tired of washing dishes. Somebody said, you know what, man? There's got to be a better way to do this. There's got to be a better way for me to get these dishes clean. The washing machine. The washing machine was created because somebody got tired of busting their knuckles on a washboard, beating their clothes on a rock. The electric drill. Before there was an electric drill, they used to have what they called the brazen bit. And what you would do is you would take a drill bit in a tool and you were the drill. You would take a hammer. If you were trying to drill through concrete, you would take a hammer, tap, turn, tap, turn, tap, turn, tap, turn. Why? Somebody got tired of hitting their damn thumb and said, you know what? It's got to be a better way for me to drill a hole through this concrete. Hard work, physically hard work is for the birds. I'm sorry. I am sorry, man. Y'all can argue with your mama. I'm telling you right now, physical hard work is for the birds. Getting up early, having to be someplace, got to be on your feet all doggone day, got to carry this, drag that, got to deal with but people and their attitudes and this, that, and the other. Man, hard work is not the key to success. Working smart is the key to success. Working hard is not. Working smart is. Looking for ways to make simple tasks easier is the key to success, man. If working hard was the key to success, the tables would be turned. The 1% would be the 99 and the 99 would be the 1%. Just let that sink in. Just let that sink in. If working hard was the key to success, the 99% would be the 1%, and the 1% would be the 99. That means because the majority of us are working class people who work hard every day, if working hard was the key to success, we would all be wealthy. We would all be sitting pretty, looking good, driving fancy cars, living in big houses, taking long 7, 8 day, 6-month vacations. We'd be eating the finest foods and wearing the finest clothes. Man, we would be living the life if working hard was the key to success. We would, man. The tables would be turned. That's how I know that working smart is truly the answer. But see, they don't want you to know that. They don't want you to work smart. They want you to keep working hard. As crazy as slavery was and as cruel as slavery was, them white folks, in their mind, was working smart because they enslaved people. Black people, Africans, they enslaved them to do the work. So in their minds, technically, I guess they kind of had a point for themselves. They were working smart because they were forcing slaves to pick the cotton and to take care of their kids and to deal with the horses and to do all the manual stuff that needed to be done during slavery. They worked slaves from sun up to sunset. A woman would have a baby and be right back out in the field the same damn day if she got a chance to leave the field. If working hard was the answer, the slaves would have been the slave masters. They ain't slick, man. They've been telling us this same old crap for centuries, man. Working hard is the key to it. Everybody that have never told you that working hard is the key, they lying to you, man. The 40-hour work week. The shift from 2 to 10 p.m., 3 to 11 p.m. Man, that's cruelty. Hard work is cruelty. We were not put on this earth to work hard from sunup to sunset, man. We weren't. Every invention that has ever made a mundane, crazy task easier is proof that working smart beats working hard any day. I'm not saying, don't misconstrue my words. I'm not saying working smart is not technically hard work, but it ain't the same as digging a ditch. It's not. I'll give you an example. So for many years, I was a union electrician, right? That's pretty hard work. You climbing ladders, pulling wires, you outside in the elements, you're carrying this and picking that up, putting that down. You're doing all kinds of different stuff, man. You got to set equipment and all sorts of things, man. You're working your body, your hands, your feet, your knees, your legs, your back. You're working all of the muscles that you got. The end of the day, you are going to be exhausted. I don't care what kind of physical shape you are in. You're going to be exhausted. You're breaking your body down. Now, to the defense of working smart, all right? I also worked in radio for several years. I won't say several, for a couple of years. I had to be at work at 6 a.m. in the morning, and I got off at 10 o'clock. Now, for them 4 hours, my brain, I had to work smart because I was talking. I had to entertain people. I had to keep people, with information and stuff like this. I had to stay current on events and all of these different things. Yes, I had to work hard to a degree in order to make sure that my portion of the show and my job as a morning show co-host ran smooth. Yes, that was a hard job. Because you want to stay relevant. You want to stay on top of things. You want to make sure that you're feeding people the proper information and the proper news and this, that, and the other, and so on and so forth. But I'm going to tell you like this. There was never a time when I got off work at that radio station that I was as tired as I did when I got off them construction sites. Yeah, I might be a little worn out. I might need to go and take me a nap, man, lay down and rest my head, give myself an hour or so nap or whatever, just because I was up early. It wasn't really because of the nature of the work. It was because I had to be up at 5 in the morning to be at work, to wake everybody up on St. Croix at 6 a.m. And then I work till 10. So yeah, I would come home, I would take me a little nap. But when I would get up in the morning and have to be up in the morning at 5:30, 6 o'clock, and have to be at work at 7 as an electrician, and I ain't even have to carry bundles of 3/4 and 1-inch pipe to the job site. I got to bend pipe. I got to climb this ladder. I got to drill these holes to set these anchors. Man, listen. By 3:30, I was ready to go because I was exhausted. And the crazy part is, it wasn't me that did it, but there was radio personalities that made way more than I was making as an electrician. But they was doing smart work, thinking work that, kept people entertained and kept people informed. Working hard and working smart are two totally different animals. And whoever the liar was that told us that working hard was the key to success, they need to be brought out at dawn and they need to get their butt kicked. I ain't gonna say I could put them in front of the firing squad, but I ain't gonna do that. But what they need to do, I'm gonna tell you what they need to do. They need to get up and they need to have to go to work and work hard. They need to have to go to work and work hard. Jeff Bezos ain't never delivered one of his packages the way the drivers have to deliver them nowadays. He ain't never had to work in the warehouse to pack them bags up with boxes and envelopes and heavy books and brake rotors and all kind of. He ain't never had to do all of that. But he worked smart and it made him a billionaire, a multi-billionaire. Because he worked smart. He thought of ways to make things easier for other people. He thought of ways to make shopping convenient for people. That's working smart. I got to get up in the morning and go to work. I got to be on this truck. I don't know if I'm going to be driving or helping. I got to do one or the other. I've been a helper for the last couple weeks. And let me tell you, every day that I'm there, I'm constantly thinking, what can I do to work smarter, not harder, so that I ain't got to get up and do this every day? What do I have to do? What book do I have to write? What problem do I have to solve with a PDF? What t-shirt do I have to design? What music do I have to produce? What do I have to do? Which episode of the podcast is going to be the one that will allow me to sit at home in my pajamas and put together notes to do my show and get paid for doing my show, to get paid for just being me, to get paid for talking to people and giving them information and sharing funny stories with them? That's what I think about, because for me, that's working smart. Every part of my body hurts from working hard. From the tips of my toes to the top of my head. I'll be in pain, man. I'll be listening to the young people on the job with me. They 20 years younger than me. They already having physical ailments. They body hurting. They feeling beat up and beat down, while they still young. I'm like, man, you got to find a way out. We got to start teaching these kids how to work smarter, not harder, man, because what we doing is creating just more and more generations of overworked, underpaid people. Why are we still preaching, oh yeah, we gotta work hard. You gotta work hard. You gotta get up and you gotta put your nose to the grindstone and you gotta get out there and you gotta do. Why are we still lying to people? That ain't the key to success. That is not the key to success. That is the key to cardiac arrest. That is the key to arthritic knees. That is the key to broken bones and bone spurs and torn Achilles tendons and back and spine problems. That's what hard work is. Hard work is the quickest way to get to carpal tunnel syndrome. Hard work is a fabrication of success. It's a fabricated lie. That's what all it is. They lied to us all these years. They lied to our ancestors, our parents, our grandparents. They just been lying to us, man. They lying to us. Look how many people work hard and still can't pay their bills on time. Car note late. Electricity on the verge of being disconnected, but you working 2-3 jobs. You get up in the morning and you go to work, and by the time you come home, it's time for you to go back to work again. Because you done worked so many jobs in between the one you started in the morning and the one you ended that evening that you're right back to where you started from. So you paying literally rent, utilities, and all of this other stuff for a place that you won't even be at. You ain't even at home. Your rent $2,000 a month. And you there for 7 hours. 6 of them hours you sleep. You being lied to, man. The very people that's telling you that working hard is the answer, they be kicking it. They out on their little boats and stuff, man. They got their feet propped up. They drinking little fruity drinks and living their best life, man. They at home watching television and relaxing, calling and asking you, is it done yet? Why were you late this morning? How long does it take to do ABC, XYZ? Did you get that picked up and dropped off? And then when they hang up, they just gonna go back to relaxing. They on the golf course. They laid out on a lawn chair by the side of the pool. We've been misled, y'all. We've been misled. We have been told this bull about hard work that is just not true. That's why they be taking all the creative stuff out the schools, man. They don't need you knowing that there's alternative ways to make an income. That's why they done made it harder now for you to make money on social media and the internet, because during COVID, everybody was finding alternative ways to make a living because they couldn't get up and they couldn't go slave at a restaurant, three restaurants to make one. No, they was finding ways to sell their creations online. They was finding ways to speak to people and making money. That's why you can't make money on the internet no more as easy as you used to be able to do pre-COVID, because that was you working smart. That's why. They don't want you to work. They don't want you to work smart. They want you to work hard. They want you to build their homes and their office buildings. They want you to be stuck in their chemical plants. They want you out in them fields picking oranges and everything else. They want you working on their cars, and that's what they want. They want you working hard. for nothing, to still be hungry, to still be broke, to still be struggling. While the ones who make the rules and say, oh, this is what you should be doing, don't do it themselves. There used to be a show that came on, I forget which network it came on. It was called Undercover Boss. I used to like that show. And the reason that I liked the show is because a lot of the bosses, not all of them, but a lot of the bosses would go and get disguised, and they would go out to whatever the job is or whatever the business is that they had, and they would pretend to be an employee of said job. All right. So if they were the owner of a UPS store, some kind of franchise, a burger joint, they would show up in disguise to work along with their employees without the employees actually knowing that they were working with the owners of the company. The number of times that the employer, the undercover person, was shocked into reality of how hard his employees was working was amazing. People create these things, these businesses and these, these entities, these, and they have no idea how hard the work is that their employees have to do. I'm going to talk about Amazon for just a second here. So I was at lunch about a week or so ago, and I saw a dude from FedEx. He was also at lunch. And so he asked me, hey man, about how many deliveries do you guys get in a day? And I told him, on average, we get anywhere from 150 stops to maybe 200 or more. Anywhere from 200 and some odd packages. I've had up to 600 packages on a truck, believe it or not. His eyes got big as dinner plates. I said, well, damn, how many do y'all do in a day? He was like, on our busiest day, we might get 140, 150. Jeff Bezos does not know how hard these delivery drivers work to get these packages delivered. They give us these unbelievable metrics of how many packages we're supposed to deliver in an hour. It can be anywhere from a minimum of about 20. That's their minimum. They want about 20 to 25 as a minimum. Anything above that, you're doing great. I've done 32 packages an hour, and that is hard. It's hard. You're in and out of the truck, in and out of the truck, in and out of the truck. I ain't rich. I'm making $22 an hour. That's what I'm making as a driver when I'm driving. I ain't rich. With the amount of work that we have to do, the amount of hours, and I'm not the only one. We all make about the same amount of money. We're not rich, man. Working hard is not the key to success. You might get a promotion or something, and maybe you can become like a trainer, or you can get up, But at the end of the day, you're still working long, crazy hours for never enough money. The people who came up with the concept of working hard, they the devil. That's just pure D evil, man. To put that kind of pressure on people, to put that kind of pressure on humans, to expect them to work, and not only just for like a short period. They want you to work hard from the time you're old enough to work, which is 16, but they're constantly trying to find ways to lower the work. Now, it's just America. Don't get me started on other countries that have all of these human rights violations because they're working children in these quarries and all of this other stuff to mine precious metals and stuff. Yeah, man, come on now. The folks that are got these folks doing the work are making billions. The people that are actually doing the work, the hard work, still live in poverty. The majority of the people in this country still live in poverty. I don't care how much you make. If you ain't owning your business and you ain't got at least 7 figures coming in, if you ain't in poverty, just wait. Be patient. It'll show up for you. You'll be in poverty because everything is getting more expensive and no salaries are really changing. So whatever the line for poverty is, wherever it was when you first started your job, if you ain't got no raises, no promotions, ain't nothing changed for you financially for the better, it's creeping up. It's creeping up. It's creeping up. And eventually, 6 figures ain't gonna be enough. I'm talking 100 grand, 200 grand. That's gonna be a tough sell, boy. Cause a pickup truck costs $100,000. A Hyundai, depending on where you from, costs 40 grand. Everything cheap, man. I mean, ain't nothing cheap no more. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say everything cheap. Ain't nothing cheap no more, man. So they keep telling us this working hard is no, man. Working hard is not the answer, man. Working hard is the kiss of death. Working smart is the answer. We got to figure out how to work smart, because I'm gonna say it one more time. If working hard was the answer, we, the working class people of the world, would be the 99%, and the 1% would be in poverty. That's not how the world looks to me. And I'm fairly confident that's not how the world looks to you either. The people that work, hear me out. The people that work the hardest have the least. We have been lied to. We have been made to believe that working hard is how you solve all of your financial woes and problems, and it is a lie. Look at this image up here. Wouldn't you rather be at home when you get up in the morning, drinking your coffee, working on your computer, maybe doing something with the stock market, and maybe, sending emails about your business? I don't know too many people that want to get up in the morning and be gone for 8, 9, 10 hours. Don't get me started on fighting traffic. Then you gotta, once you finally get to where you gotta be there all damn day. God forbid you gotta work outside, or God forbid you gotta work with customers and all. Oh man, working hard ain't the answer, bro. It's gonna be a lot of people that might see this video and may disagree with me, but that's your opinion. This is my opinion. I just don't think working hard is the answer. I believe that if you want to see success in life, you better sooner than later figure out how to work smart. Because if you can figure out how to work smart, how to create something and solve problems and build your own. That, my friends, is how you change the game. I'm not saying it's going to be easy, because if it was going to be easy, then everybody would be doing it. It does take work. It takes time. Yeah, you might not get to sleep every night, but it gives you a little more control over your world. You understand what I'm saying? When I was running Lifelong Productions, I had control over my day. I still had to put in some pretty decent work hours, but it was mine. It was for me. But if I didn't want to schedule a meeting or shoot footage for something on any particular day, I had control over that. You don't really have control at your job, man. This is the first time in a long time that I've had to ask for time off. I've had to request time off from work. Hey, I need to know if I can take off these days, or can I switch days so that I can. I don't like that. I'm sorry. I don't. It's been a long time since I had to get permission to do the stuff that I want to do, to go where I want to go. Because I got to be at work. Working hard, man, is a trap. It's going to trap you physically, financially, emotionally, and mentally. In the morning, when you getting up and you making your commute to whatever your job is, I challenge you to look around at the people in the cars next to you. Look at the expressions on their faces. Look at the pain in their eyes. Pay attention to them. Ain't nobody really wanting to get up and work hard for 40, 50 years, man. Think about that. The best years of your life will belong to someone else as you build their dream. That don't sound like fun to me. I got a t-shirt that I designed, and it clearly says, "No thanks, I'll build my own dreams." We gonna give 40, myself included, y'all. We gonna give 40, 50 years, some folks maybe even 60 years, depending on what kind of life you lived and how your financial standings are, to somebody else's dream while they're out living their life, delegating authority, delegating workloads. You're going to get up every morning, leave your house, do your best not to be late, because you don't want to get in trouble. You don't want to get reprimanded. You don't want to get written up for tardiness. You're going to badge in or swipe the time clock or however you clock in. And you're going to watch your life trickle away day after day, year after year, until you're 70 years old. And you're not even sure that you'll be able to stop working hard at 70 years old, because at the rate things are going on, the way that they are taking money away from working class people, You might not even have no Social Security. I pray that you get like an annuity or something from your job. While at the same time, the person who employed you for all those years and his or her ancestors, his offspring, sons, daughters, nieces, nephews, cousins, they enjoying life. They traveling the world. While you sitting there answering the phone. While you sitting there stuffing materials in boxes. I'm not saying that working hard is a bad thing. I'm not saying that. Working hard has provided a lot of people a lot of opportunities that, working hard has put a lot of people's children through school with hopes that they would work smart and not hard. Working hard has bought people forever homes that they can live in and pass down from generation to generation. Working hard has bought land for people to give to their next of kin. Working hard has done some amazing things within our society. So I'm in no ways knocking people who work hard. I am actually saluting you while at the same time encouraging you, if you can, while you're still young enough to enjoy your life, find a way to work smart. And don't spend the rest of your life working hard. You need time to enjoy yourself. You need time to enjoy your loved ones. You need time to see the world. Yeah, we all need incomes. So what other ways can you generate an income? You know what I'm saying? That's what we need to teach our children and grandchildren and our nieces and nephews and our little cousins and stuff like that, man. Yeah, everybody need money. You ain't gonna be able to live no place on this planet without some form of currency. The question is, how you make that currency. That becomes the question. The answer to that question, if you could figure it out, could save you from having lifelong back problems. It could save you from dealing with chronic arthritis. It could save you from inhaling asbestos because you've been on a job for so long and they know that they got that toxic asbestos in there. Save you from dehydration because you're working in a place where they don't have proper ventilation and it's hot and they don't have water for them. Come on, man. Work smarter. Teach your upcoming generation to work smarter. I think a lot of young people that are coming up, a lot of people that are in my demographic are starting to figure it out. That working hard is not the way. Now, mind you, as with all things, they're going to attempt to move the goalpost. Because that's what they do. Because they don't want you to thrive. I don't understand why you would want to live in a society or create a society where people don't thrive, but that's their goal. I'll give you an example of how they move the goalpost when you start making great strides. I remember, and I'm sure many of you remember as well, when if you had a 720 credit score, you could purchase anything you wanted. You could buy a house, you could buy a car. They would literally just give you money. They would give you whatever loan you asked for because it showed that you paid your bills, that you're responsible with your credit and your money. That's what the creditors would see, the lenders would see when they looked at your credit. You know what the credit score is now? 850. They say, oh, hell no. Hell no. Too many people are getting these 720 credit scores. We got to move the goalpost because too many people are actually in a place where they can actually live the American dream. They could buy a house. They could buy a car, man. They could do these things. They could get loans for businesses. We don't really want them to do that. We need them to be working. So they move the goalpost. So understand, when you come to the realization that the answer is working smart for the rest of your life and not working hard, they are going to do their best to change the goalpost. They're going to move it. But do not be deterred. Use whatever it is that you can to make your life easier to your advantage. A lot of people don't like AI. But AI is changing things, man. And AI has kind of made the playing field somewhat equal. If you can learn a little bit of it to use it to your advantage, to help you create things that you already know how to create, but maybe do it a little bit quicker, you better use it. It's the only time in history where we all kind of starting or got an opportunity to start from the ground floor. If you look like me, when we got a chance to get started, they was already about 2, 3, 4 penthouses away from us. It's by design to keep you locked in. Used to just be black folks, Africans that were slaves. They done just figured out how to make everybody slaves. So now, it's slaves if you white and you got to get your ass up and go to work in the morning. And you tired and don't like your job. And you can't afford your groceries and your utilities too high. Your car broke down. You can't go to the doctor. Welcome to slavery. It just put on a different coat. Got it? Got it. That's my show, y'all. Tell me what you think in the comments, man. Tell me if you agree with me or disagree with me, man. We can talk about it. Do you think that working hard is the answer? Or do you think that working smart is the answer? Let me know in the comments, all right? All right. If you're new to the channel, thank you very much for stopping by. I appreciate you. Hopefully my content is something that generates conversation, provokes thought. If it is, or if it isn't, give it a thumbs up. Share it. Make sure you subscribe to the channel and make sure you click that reminder bell so that you never have to miss another video. Now, I have noticed that when I do these live and they upload to my channel, they do not, because I guess it's set up as a podcast. I don't know if there's a setting that I can change. It does not actually show up as a new video. It shows up as a live stream. And so when I looked at my homepage, it looks like the last video that I actually uploaded was like 2 months ago. And I do these shows twice a week. And I've been doing them like that for the last several weeks. So I'm going to see if there's a setting. So this is for my new people. I'm going to see if there's a setting And because I do a show at least twice a week right now because of how I'm working hard. But I hope to be able to do more once I get my studio together. I got to paint, change my blinds, and then I can start actually moving this setup into my new studio, and then I'll be able to do a little more. If you're a returning viewer, thank you. I appreciate you for coming back. You too can tell a friend. You too can leave a comment. You too can share the video. Please do, because it helps the channel grow. This is my approach, amongst a few other things. This is my approach to working smarter, not harder. This is my approach. I hope that you have one too. Man, I love y'all. I really do. I thank you for taking the time to watch this video. And I'll see you next week. I think I'll be back on my normal schedule starting Sunday. Then I'll be off Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So if you celebrate Thanksgiving, we know the history behind it, but some folks still celebrate. And if you celebrate Thanksgiving, I hope you have a happy holiday. But you need to do a little research and understand what the holiday is all about. The holiday. But if you celebrate, hey, happy Thanksgiving. I'm not going to be mad at nobody that wishes me a happy Thanksgiving, but I'm just letting you know that, yeah, it is a holiday on Thursday, and I hope you enjoy it. So that's my show for today, y'all, man. I love you. I really do. Thanks for watching. Be peace, be love, be one. And I will see you in the next video. Peace. Thanks for tuning in to Totally Disgusted. Make sure to like, comment, and tell a friend.